So here we are at Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls was formed when one of the largest earthquakes in the world fractured the crust, and it made the crust go up 220 feet, and then there was water from the... So the bottom line up front on Toronto, I would say Toronto is a very easy city to visit. It's very walkable, there's bike rentals, the Ubers are easy, there's lots to do, there's the Distillery District, there's Chinatown, there's the CN Tower, there's really good food. It's a little on the expensive side, but Canadians tend to love Americans. And if you're hesitant to travel because you've never been on an international trip, this is the perfect city to travel to because essentially it's very similar to America. Everyone's very friendly, everything's in English. They actually take US dollars at most places, and if not, they will go ahead and give you Canadian dollars in change. So I would highly recommend Toronto as your first international trip, or if you just want an easy trip to travel on. 2 or 3 days is actually perfect, a long weekend, and right now airline tickets are very affordable, $200 maybe from around Florida, and we had a friend get a ticket out of South Carolina for about $80 to $100.
So we're at St. Lawrence Market, and there's lots of options for getting fresh fruit, vegetables, and some bacon on your sandwich. And the bacon on your sandwich happens to be Canadian bacon, which we call ham in America. Distillery District is where basically you want to go for any of your arts, drinks, culture, and some great food spots.
We're at the Arceo, which is a restaurant in the Distillery region, or Distillery District rather, and it smells like a barn, looks like a barn, but not in a bad way, in a good way, kind of endearing. This is a, I would say, mid-scale restaurant. Entrees $15 to $20, drinks about $10. Good food, mid-sized portions, really good drinks in my opinion. So this is just one of many places you can go to in the Distillery District.
Best places in the Distillery District is Clooney Bistro. I'm sure their food's fantastic, but we came here especially for the fancy cocktails.
All over the food, Maggie. Can you send me that video? Very good. But they don't have what here?
They don't have beer. However, it is advertised on their menu, so apparently we came to Canada just a little too early. B&B hosts that the liquor licenses are very hard to obtain in Canada, and that's why a lot of the brunch places don't have alcohol either.
Oh, you know what?
Which is a shame.
We came into this ice creamery, pancakery, wafflery, and I saw Red Stripe on the menu for $6.50. That's the cheapest beer I've seen in Canada, and I was excited. I was gonna get 2.
They don't have a liquor license.
They don't have a liquor license. It's very easy, and I would recommend the train because when you buy the tickets, there's only about 3 stops, 3 options, and if you're staying in downtown Toronto, just buy the Union Station ticket, and that's $11. Well, what was it? 11? No.
It's $25 for 2.
$25 for 2 people. A taxi will run you about $60, and for some reason an Uber was like $100, so this is definitely the most economical way to get there.
Are at Niagara Falls. Behind us is Horseshoe Falls, which is actually the most powerful waterfall in all of North America. These waterfalls were formed by glaciers and the runoff from the Great Lakes. I got a maple leaf from Canada, eh?
Great.
Yay!
Great.
Where are you visiting from?
Florida?
You'll notice when you're up top that it's pretty chaotic. There's a lot of people waiting to buy tickets to ride the boat that goes close to the waterfall. But after you get your tickets and you make your way down here, it's actually much more pleasant and less chaotic and less touristy than up there. There's like a nice little village area, what seems to be a couple beer gardens where you can grab a few drinks, hang out, and then at your leisure you can get on the boat. So I would say for $25 per adult, it's pretty much worth it.
We're here in Niagara Falls. Pleasant weather we're having today. Highly recommend the tour. The waitresses should be out with drinks any minute now.
We've been using public transport quite a bit this weekend, and it's super easy. You just have to buy one of these tickets and you can ride all day. The weekends is extra special because two people can ride for the same price as one. $12.50 Canadian dollars. All over the city there's these really great stationary bike exercise stations. Wow!
And Huron, accept.
Okay, so basically, if you don't want to walk and you don't want to take an Uber, you can do these bike shares. It's $8 or $7 for 24 hours. You put your credit card in, you rent the bike, it gives you a code, and you can use the bike all day. You just enter the code. There's lots of bike stations everywhere.
Yes.
23113 is our code, won't work for you.